President Donald Trump has made an emergency request to Congress, arguing that the situation on the U.S. Mexico border has become too dangerous. Trump is asking for $4.5 billion more in emergency funds to build the wall, arguing that Americans need to be protected from the humanitarian crisis at the southern border. Free Trump 2020 flag, limited time offer. Here's more from USA Today. The money would be used to handle an influx of migrants, not Trump's proposed border wall, according to administration officials who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss details of the proposal. The request is likely to run into opposition from Democrats concerned with the administration's overall approach to immigration. The money, if approved, would represent a major increase in funding for the border. Trump had sought $5.7 billion for the border wall during the fight that led to the partial government shutdown this year, and wound up receiving $1.375 billion for border fencing. The White House has said it will free up $8 billion through the national emergency Trump declared on the border in February. The funding would include $3.3 billion for humanitarian assistance, $1.1 billion for border operations and $178 million for mission support, the White House said. Border Patrol agents apprehended more than 92,000 immigrants trying to cross the border illegally in March, a 12-year high. The administration is dealing with a surge of migrant families fleeing violence in Central America and attempting to claim asylum. The White House proposed sweeping rules this week that would make the asylum process more difficult and more expensive. The situation becomes more dire each day, Russell T. Vaught, the acting director of the Office of Management and Budget, wrote congressional leaders in the White House request. The migration flow and the resulting humanitarian crisis is rapidly overwhelming the ability of the federal government to respond. Trump's request comes a few weeks after the Pentagon reported that it found $12.8 billion that Trump can use to build much more of the border wall between the U.S. and Mexico. The Defense Department states that there are large amounts of money in the military that is not currently being used and can be diverted to be used for the border wall. California has over $700 million Army and Navy construction funds that are not being used for anything. Voter poll: is Ocasio-Cortez mentally unfit to serve in Congress? Hawaii also currently has about $400 million of unused funds, along with other locations that have about $200 million in unused funding, which include Maine, New York, North Carolina, Guam, Germany, Guam, and Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. The fact of the matter is, the current situation on the border is a growing threat, and it has become so dangerous that Trump has been forced to send military personnel to the border to protect America's homeland. Providing money to build a wall is not only going to protect our country, but there is absolutely no problem using military money, considering the money is being used to stop the foreign invasion at our border. Related: Adam Schiff ignores Mueller, sends criminal referral for Trump ally. Related: disturbing Joe Biden meltdown video rocks his 2020 campaign. You might like Let's Block ads. Why?